Well, she was afraid. And I was afraid for her. Not of death, you see, but of the blood vessel bursting in her brain and surgery pulling her through. But the damage being so great that she'd be there with machines supporting her in whatever kind of life she'd have left.
Which, of course, is exactly what happened.
Yes.
Did Nell Bolak express this fear specifically?
Oh, yes. More than once she said to me, I do not wish my life to be sustained by machines. She was afraid of that. But then it got better because she had asked Seneca, and he had promised her that he would not let it happen.
Was that promise given in your presence, Mrs. Ryan?
No. But they spoke of it in my presence, both of them. And Nell referred to it several times because it was a great source of comfort to her.
I see. How did you know that Eleanor Bolak was not afraid of death?
Well, I watched her go through a time when she was afraid. A bad time. She was confused and angry. But then she came out the other side at peace with herself and what was happening to her. Her love for her husband and his love for her, I think, was no small part of that. She trusted him, you see, to keep his word to her.
Eleanor Bolak trusted her husband not to prolong her life by artificial means.
Yes, right.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Ryan. I have no further questions, Your Honor.
Mrs. Ryan, I think Eleanor Bolak was very fortunate to have you as a friend.
Well, thank you. But to tell the truth, those of us that knew her in those last months, we were the fortunate ones.
And you're Seneca Bolak's friend as well.
Oh, I am indeed.
And it's your opinion that he loved his wife very much?
I know he did.
You're married yourself?
Yes.
For how long?
30 years.
You love your husband?
Of course.
You're a generous and compassionate lady with a husband whom you love deeply. Now, in the course of Eleanor Bolak's ordeal, did you ever imagine yourself in her situation?
Yes, I did.
Did you imagine how your own husband might react to living with the knowledge that you could die unexpectedly on any given day?
Yes.
Did that heighten your sympathy for Seneca Bolak?
Well, I had considerable sympathy for him to begin with, Mr. Levine.
Which increased with the actual death of his wife.
Yes.
And must now be overwhelming. Here's your friend, a bereaved husband, on trial for the murder of his wife, whom you believe he loved. Now, that has to be an outrage to your generous nature, Mrs. Ryan.
I don't like it much, no.
Then may I suggest that your sympathy for Seneca Bolak may have obscured your recollection for what Eleanor Bolak said to you? And that what we've heard today is actually the loving wish of a loyal friend who can't conceive of a husband wanting to harm his wife?
Mr. Levine, I have sworn to the Almighty God today to tell the truth here. And the truth I have told.
That's all, Your Honor.
Talking about General Hospital's Sean Butler. Patricia Rich posted on Facebook, he is a good-looking bad boy with a good side. I'm really digging this one. Elizabeth Cross agrees. Oh yes, he is a sexy man. Suki Williams-Ellis adds, I trust my eyes when I look at him, and they like what they see. Judy McCoy says, good choice, GH. And Kathleen Hahn sums it up. So damn hot. People are talking about General Hospital. Weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 10 on SoapNet.
Gotta be on your game today, honey.
You bet.
Nice move, Brittany. Nice move.
Does Tyler look a little slow?
Well, kids are what they eat. What's Brittany been doing?
She's been drinking Pediasure Sidekicks.
Great tasting Pediasure Sidekicks with 7 grams of protein and 3 grams of fiber from Pediasure, the #1 pediatrician recommended brand. Pediasure Sidekicks, an extra kick of nutrition.
Oh, allergy season.
Good thing it's Allegra season. I bought it at Walmart without a prescription.
Allegra gives you fast, non-drowsy, 24-hour relief of your toughest symptoms. Get Allegra at an everyday low price at Walmart.
Klondike presents 5 Seconds to Glory. 2 biker dudes versus a moment of intimacy.
What would you do for a Klondike bar?
When you come to eHarmony, I can promise you, we sincerely care about you. I've worked my entire life and counseled thousands of couples to figure out what makes great relationships. And we'll bring all that experience to look out for you every step of the way. Experience the difference of a site that really cares about helping you find a wonderful relationship. Visit eHarmony today and review your compatible matches free.
Special K protein shakes. A truly great tasting breakfast shake. With 10 grams of protein and 5 grams of fiber, it's the creamy, delicious way to satisfy your hunger to help you lose weight. So you can kick the tin can habit. Try Special K protein shakes today.
Well, it is lovely, isn't it?
Well, I think so. I'm sorry I haven't been up to show it to you sooner.
Oh, my dear, I know how busy you are. Did Jack tell you that we saw your nursing home program together?
Oh, yes, he did.
Oh, he was so proud. And I was very impressed. How lucky you are, my dear. That you can do the work you love and achieve good things for other people.
Oh, I do know. Both my brothers and I are lucky about that.
It is Lemon, isn't it?
Yes, please.
I'm hoping to meet your family very soon.
Oh, Mother's counting on your being there for the rehearsal dinner. She'll call you one day next week.
Splendid.
Thank you.
I am filled with delight at the prospect of Jack's being involved in a traditional wedding. Do you think he'll be able to go through with it?
Well, that's just what I wanted to ask you about.
Oh?
I'm not sure he, Sister, will you be honest with me?
Oh, yes.
Do you think Jack really wants to marry me?
Oh, love. What makes you think he doesn't?
I recognize that technique.
Which?
You've got to be Irish somewhere. Jack says the Irish always answer a question with another question.
Well, it seemed appropriate at that point. Now, what's he done now?
Well, he hasn't actually done it. He wants to do it. He tried to arrange it, and then when he saw how upset I was, he backed off. It was just so inconceivable to me.
What was?
He wanted to postpone the wedding.
Why?
To cover the convention.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
I know it would be a marvelous assignment for him, and I understand how important it would be to him to do some national news coverage, but...
But your wedding should be more important.
Well, I thought so. Does he want to marry me, sister?
If Jack could bring himself to marry anyone, Mary, it would be you.
That's the best you can do, huh?
Mary, I'd give the world to be able to reassure you, but I can't. And because I will be honest with you, I can only say I don't know.
You know, I thought I could love him enough so he'd trust me. I thought he'd finally realize that I was the one person in his life who wouldn't walk out on him. He could stop being afraid. Just love me. But maybe it's too late for him to trust anybody. Maybe he just can't, never will. Listen, I'm sorry. I didn't want to come up here.
Mary, it's all right. I'm so glad that you came to me. Mary, I have always felt that you are the perfect person for Jack. Strong and open, loving and patient. But,
Well.
but whether or not Jack is the perfect person for you is a question that troubles me deeply.
Well, I believe he is. But I guess I'm the only person who does. And, if I'm beginning to wonder if we're ever gonna get married, then maybe we're in real trouble.
The defense has no further witnesses, Your Honor. I would like to introduce at this time 2 letters as defense exhibits A and B.
The state has no objection, Your Honor, and will stipulate as to the authenticity of the letters.
Thank you, Mr. Levine.
Not at all, Miss Gold.
First letter was dated January 12th, 1976, and was written by the deceased to Mrs. Marguerite Bolak, the mother of the defendant. It reads as follows. My dear Belmere, this is the first time in months that I can write to you and say honestly that I am happy and at peace. I want to share it with you because you have always generously shared so many of my darker feelings over the years. I feel as if I've come through 10 years of marriage with Seneca into the most intense joy and mutual understanding. That made the prospect of my death more painful for a while. But the worst of it seems to be over now. And the thing I feared more than death, some kind of half-life sustained in limbo by whatever mechanical means, is no longer a problem. Because Seneca has promised that he will not allow it to happen. I am happy tonight, and I love you, and I wish you were here. We will come to Quebec in the spring. Write to me. Love, Nell. The second letter was written by the deceased in January 28th, a few days before the second aneurysm which led to her death. I think the jury will recognize that this letter was written by a woman who was deeply and happily in love with her husband.
Objection. Counsel is making an argument, Your Honor.
Sustained.
I withdraw the comment, Your Honor. Darling Seneca, you're reading this, and so I must have left you. Oh, my dearest, are you very lonely? I hope not. I don't want you to be. If things turned out as I feared they would, I know you kept your promise to me. I know you let me go. Oh, Seneca, my love, knowing that, and that you will be reading this one day, makes me so sad. Because I've left you for a while, and more because my leaving must have been a torment for you. It must have been so difficult for you, of all people, to let me go easily and peacefully. You've always fought for life so heroically. Thank you. Thank you for giving up your heroism so I could find my peace. Now, dare I ask another promise? Darling, let me feel that as you read, you will find comfort and joy in the fact that no matter what, and in spite of everything, we loved each other well. That thought comforts me, so that I am at peace about what happens next. I have loved you so. I do love you now, and I will love you forever. Now then, there are several things you can do for me, if you will. Plant a tree for me in Boston. No place in particular, just somewhere in Boston. I'll know where it is. No plaque, no memorial. I want it to be a tree that radiates life only. Oh, you might avoid planting it in the common. There are quite enough trees there already. Next, I want my ashes put out to sea. No more, no less. And finally, there's the problem of the money, which you wouldn't touch and which I know you don't want now. Please use it, Seneca, to give something back to New York from me. This is the place where I've been happiest and truly most alive. And this is the place that brought us together again. Use the money that somewhere, somehow, the quality of life here is made better for someone. How and when is up to you. You'll know it when you find it. Be happy, my darling. Be loved. I will wait for you. Now. The defense rests, Your Honor.
Bury Sonny Corinthos.
The son of a mob boss framed by his enemy.
I'm here to arrest you for the murder of Brandon Long.
Can Sonny save one son by forcing the hand of the other?
There are lines I will not cross. Use your badge this time to protect your brother.
Watch General Hospital, weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 10 on SoapNet.
Every time I sneeze, I laugh, I jump. Water. And my sister said, have you ever heard of poise? I said, poise? What the heck is poise? She said, 1 in 3 women have this issue.
Every great woman deserves a great pad. Stay comfortably dry with Poise.
There's a place called Hidden Valley where kids not only eat their vegetables, they can't get enough. Hidden Valley Ranch makes vegetables delectable. There's more from Hidden Valley than just ranch flavor. There's farmhouse originals with flavors like blue cheese, Southwest Chipotle, and creamy balsamic. Farmhouse originals give this valley a whole new flavor.
Psst. Constipated? Phillips caplets use magnesium, an ingredient that works more naturally with your colon than stimulant laxatives for effective relief of constipation without cramps.
Thanks.
Good morning, students. Today, we're going to continue.
Erica.
Where am I?
Tonight.
Okay, it's okay. You're a little confused. Why is this happening?
You know that friend you have? The one that seems to have it all figured out?
You want to commit our daughter?
She's got the great job.
Let me help you.
The great guy.
Just admit that you know me.
Great life.
I want my life back. You give me my life back. No.
You're not that girl.
What really happened to Erica Strange?
This isn't real. This isn't real.
The season finale of Being Erica, tonight at 11, only on SoapNet.
What is going on here?
When Bucky sees that, he's gonna go mad with passion.
Oh, what? Bucky got a foot fetish?
Daddy, men like it when you do yourself up for them. And I am really done up. I'm coiffed and perfumed and powdered and painted, and it's gonna drive him crazy.
Well, listen, I thought you were going to play hard to get for a couple of days.
Oh, I am. I got this whole spiel worked out, you know, just like you told me, how my father's background would be an embarrassment to Bucky's family, and how, you know, we're worlds apart, and it would be bad if we went on seeing one
That's
another.
terrific, but why all the war paint?
Well, I don't want him to forget me. I mean, at least my last impression should be a good one, right? I mean, show it to him at its best, and then take it away.
Oh, very clever.
You know, Bucky's so honest, too. I'm sure it's gonna work. You know, women 4,000 years ago in Egypt were painting themselves just like we do now.
Oh.
I guess it just shows you that men haven't changed very much. Daddy, you shouldn't get in my purse.
Rena, there's at least a couple of thousand here. You mind telling me where it came from?
Don't worry, it's mine. I didn't steal it or anything.
Where did you get it, Rainey?
Daddy!
Come on, answer the question.
It's none of your business.
Oh, I know you didn't get it on the up and up because I'd have heard about it. Now, come on, where did you get it?
Look, Daddy, I'm late. You don't want me to keep my millionaire
You're
waiting.
forgetting something, Rainey. This is hot money. Now, $50 bills just don't lie around unless you're afraid to put them in the bank. Now, I'm waiting.
Suppose I don't tell you.
That would not be very smart. Now, come on, Rainey, I have to know what you're into.
No.
Oh, look, I'm not going to turn you in, and maybe I won't even get mad, but you have to tell me.
I haven't been doing anything bad.
Well, nobody pays this kind of money for doing anything good.
Daddy, please, come on.
Rainey, let's have it, the whole thing. I'll spill it out. And you're not going anywhere until I know.
Sam Crowell's been dealing in grass, and I'm a sort of a messenger for him. I've been picking his stuff up at the dock and then giving it to his customers.
How much grass?
I pick up 5 5-pound packages at a time.
And he gives you 25%?
20.
Boy, talk about dump.
It's not dumb. It's a beautiful operation, and there's no risk at all.
Oh, yeah, but maybe not for Sam Crowell. Rainey, do you know what would happen to you if you got busted carrying around that stuff?
I'm not going to do it forever.
You're damn right, because you are out of the grass business as of right now.
That isn't fair.
It's more than fair. It's smart, which is something you are not.
You cannot do this. I will move. I'll go out on my own.
Rainey! You walk out that door and you will be on your own. I'll see that you're busted, along with your friend Sam, and there won't be any daddy to bail you out. Now, you make your choice. Look, honey, the one thing in the world I want is for you to be straight. That Sam Crowley used you. He tempted you, he talked you into it. Honey, I know how guys like that operate around nice kids like you, but don't worry about it, huh? It's gonna be okay. Look, you can even keep the money. Now, I got something to do. I don't want you to call your pal Sam when I'm out the door, because it'll only be worse for you.
Where you going?
Like I told you, I gotta take care of some business.
Next, take a trip to the Upper West Side on Ryan's Hope. Later, spend some time in Genoa City with the Young and the Restless. Only on SoapNet. Want more of your favorite soaps?
That's great.
Log on to abc.com/daytime. Watch current full episodes of All My Children, General Hospital, and One Life to Live.
Online critics love it.
Plus, get exclusive sneak peeks of what's coming up next.
Sounds like a thumbs up to me.
Connect with other fans to discuss what's on your mind.
I always want to hear what you have to say.
And check out the 101 galleries to get an intimate look at the history of your favorite characters.
That's the best news I've heard all day.
Find it all now at abc.com/daytime.
Love the look of freshly colored hair? Now you don't have to wait 6 weeks to get it. Introducing Natural Instincts with our first color refresher. Get healthy-looking ammonia-free color. Then let the new refresher boost your healthy look 2 weeks in. It helps restore color pigments so you can get a freshly colored look once again. Natural Instincts. It's all good. Now get all the healthy-looking color of Natural Instincts in our new vibrant shades.
The cheese I make is the best part of Stouffer's lasagna.
The tomatoes I grow are the best part.
Distinctive, beautiful, rich cheese.
Delicious tomatoes.
Can't have lasagna without cheese.
That's a perfect looking tomato.
My cheese.
Tomatoes.
Cheese. Tomato. Cheese.
These whole grains, man, put a whole new spin on lasagna.
Introducing new Stouffer's Farmer's Harvest Meals, made with select farm-picked ingredients. The same great taste your family loves, now with the goodness of whole grains and no preservatives. Find more ways to get your family to the table at letsfixdinner.com.
brave sacrifice.
I gave up my sight to have a healthy baby.
His dark secret.
My daughter's dead. I'm lying to my wife.
This week.
I want to see again.
Dangerous news.
What if I could make that happen?
Watch All My Children, weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 8 on SoapNet.
No one should destroy a family that's meant to be together.
Finally this week.
Natalie didn't have another man's baby. She had John's. Why are you still carrying around my son's paternity test?
If you've got something to tell me, you need to start talking.
Oh my God.
Watch One Life to Live, weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 9 on SoapNet.
Bury Sonny Corinthos.
The son of a mob boss framed by his enemy.
I'm here to arrest you for the murder of Brandon Long.
Can Sonny save one son by forcing the hand of the other?
There are lines I will not cross. Use your badge this time to protect your brother.
Watch General Hospital, weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 10 on SoapNet.
The minute he walked in, I knew he was trouble.
Yeah, the best kind of trouble.
Easy there, fella.
The jackal had a story to tell.
And I had a typewriter.
The Secret Life of Damien Spinelli, as told to Diane Miller. It's Port Charles' worst nightmare come true. Shocking secrets, unbelievable scandals, run-on sentences.
And the rest, as they say, is history.
The Secret Life of Damien Spinelli, now available at abc.com and wherever books are sold.
Closing arguments after lunch. Court is recessed until 2 o'clock.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Careful now.
Jill, that letter was beautiful. I don't see how there could be any doubt after hearing that.
I hope not.
He's been distorting everything.
Oh, well, he's probably just doing his job as he sees it.
Come on, let's all get out of here, okay?
Just a minute.
Seneca.
In a second. Wait a minute. Excuse me. May I ask you a question?
Certainly.
Now, after listening to those letters, do you still believe that I really wanted to murder my wife? Or are you doing this just because it's your job to try to get people convicted?
Maybe I've been around the DA's office too long, Doctor.
Meaning what?
I'm a cynic. I'm one of those people who doesn't believe anything is what it appears to be on the surface.
So you don't believe those letters? Now, do you mind telling me which part you don't believe?
Dr. Bolak.
Now, wait a minute. Now, is it the part where she says she wants me to be comforted, even though she's dying, because we loved each other? Huh? Is it because she said she knew I didn't want the money, that I would never touch it? Or was it when she contradicted every single one of your innuendos, and she said that she was happy with me here, and that we were together again? Or maybe it was when she said she'd wait for me.
I have no doubt that you made every effort to make your wife's last months easier for her, or that she cared for you.
You don't?
No.
Well, then what the hell have you to be cynical about?
Dr. Bolak, I think that you were trapped in a troubled marriage, in spite of sentimental letters written when your wife knew she was dying.
They weren't just sentimental letters, Mr. Levine.
Moreover, there are plenty of other women around who admired you and were clearly available to you. Now, in my opinion, you looked after your dying wife as best you could. But at the same time, you saw her dying as a release for both of you.
That isn't true.
I think it is. And I think a real trouble for you came when you realized that she was in a persistent vegetative state and might remain in it for years.
Only because she didn't want it that way.
Why am I so skeptical of that?
I don't know.
For your information, Dr. Bolak, I've never considered it my job to get people convicted. I do think it's my responsibility to show the jury the facts as I see them. Now, in this case, there's more than enough evidence to come to the conclusion that you murdered your wife. I hope that answers your question.
Seneca, don't.
Oh. I thought for sure he was going to go after him.
Oh, so did I, and we are so close to winning. Maeve, if we can just get through those closing arguments, I'm sure that we can get an acquittal. Difficulty is, I am not at all sure that we can count on Seneca's cooperation.
No, I'm afraid Seneca is not to be counted on.
In Port Charles, revenge is a priority, relationships are disposable, and good medical care is a necessity. Keep up with this fast-paced city with an all-new episode of General Hospital, weeknight.